Hi everyone, so excited to be here today filming our first workout video. Just want to go over a few things with you. There is no music with this right now. It's instructional. I wanted you to be able to hear me. Once you know the directions, once you're set, you can listen to your own music. That way I don't have to worry about pleasing everyone with my music selection. Before we start, I have water with me. I have a towel for when I start sweating. There's a mat. For those of you staying the whole video, I do have a chair for the second part of the video that I'll move over in a minute. That's the only equipment we need. I want to go over a few things though first before we start. I'm going to continue to say keep your core tight. What I mean by that is take your belly button, try to suck it into your spine as much as you can, and as you're doing that, you're tightening all of your stomach muscles and as many back muscles as you can. So when I say tight core, that's what I mean. We're also going to be working on a lot of our muscles. So we're going to just do a quick stretch right now. We'll warm up the muscles as we get started. So we're stretching right now our arms. We're doing a trunk twist right now just to get some of our muscles used to moving. How this is going to run. We are going to be working on a circuit type system. So I'm going to show you a series of 5 exercises. Once I give the directions for those 5 exercises, we will do those exercises for 1 minute each with a 10-second rest in between. So we'll complete a circuit of the 5 exercises, take 1 minute as a break. That's when you can get your water. You are working at your 100%, not my 100%. So if you need to take a break, please take a break. Don't hurt yourself. After that, we'll get going. Let me explain the first set of 5 exercises we're going to do. The first one is just marching in place. So your belly button's tucked in, and I'm just showing you right now what I want. Your knees are going up as high as you can. If this is all you can do, great, you are moving. But your goal is to get them up and moving like that. The next exercise we'll do is a lift and reach. You're going to start with your toe pointed in one direction. You're imagining you're lifting up something, for example, groceries. And as you turn, my foot is turning and we're putting it on the shelf. So take your bag of groceries, put it on the shelf. Take your bag of groceries, put it on the shelf. We'll switch and taking a bag of groceries and twisting and putting it on the shelf the other way. So your feet are pointed this way, they turn and point the other way. The next exercise we'll do is an upright row. Your hands can either be in a fist or flat. Your elbows will be parallel with your shoulders, reaching in front, everything's in alignment, pulling back. This movement is a back movement. So as you're pulling back, you're feeling it as your shoulder blades come together. So you're imagining your shoulder blades getting tucked into your back pockets. Tuck those shoulder blades in the pocket. Tuck them in the pocket. And as you're doing it, your core is still tight. We're also doing part of a bird dog, a modified bird dog, where you're on your hands and knees. Your ears, shoulder, and hips are all in a straight line. It'll probably be about like that. Your eyes are looking about right here, so you're not looking up like this, and you're not looking at your knees. You're looking about right here. Both hands stay on the floor. Your core is tight, and you're slowly lifting up one leg, and then slowly bringing it down. Slowly lifting up your other leg, and slowly bringing it down. So as you're doing this, you're tightening your butt muscles and your core is tight. You don't want to be saggy with your back and you don't want to be humped. It's a neutral spine. Once again, eyes right here. So up and down. And you're not turning your hips. Your hips are staying square with the mat. The last exercise in this circuit will be a flutter kick. So you're flat on your back. To keep your back healthy and not hurt it, you're going to try to get your lower back flat and glued against the mat. So you really have to pull in your stomach muscles. To make it easier, you can sit on this part of your hand. You can also sit on your towel to raise up your bottom a little bit to get that lower back against the floor. As you're doing it, your stomach muscle, you're trying to get your belly button all the way to your spine. That will help glue this. You are, just like you're in a pool, kicking your legs. This one is really gonna tax your stomach muscles, your core, and a little bit of your legs. So when you do need a break, put them down for a second, and as soon as you're able, join us again. Another option is to put them up like this. Now remember, you're watching this on video. If you need to pause and hit that button and take a break, take a break. But try to get through the whole circuit with us. All right? I do have a timer over here, so when I go off, when I'm pushing that button, you'll kind of see me to the side. All right, ready to get started? Because I am. All right, the first one is marching in place. It's a whole minute. Marching in place will seem like a long time. We're getting our heart rate up. We're getting our blood flowing to our muscles so they're ready to move. Remember, you're trying to get your knees up. Once again, if this is what you can do, this is what you do. But we're doing a brisk march, getting that heart rate muscle up, moving the oxygen into our muscle cells so we can actually work, be productive. Once again, your core is tight. And we have about 20 more seconds of this. We'll have a 10-second break in between exercises. It's not quite enough time to get a drink, it's just enough time to set you up for the next set of exercises. So we have about 9 more seconds. It'll give us a 3-second warning. All right, moving on to the lift and reach. Once again, your feet are pointed one direction. Picking up that sack of groceries, pivoting your feet up. Lifting up the groceries, putting it up. You should be feeling this in your sides, your oblique muscles. This is a functional exercise. It's an activity of everyday life that is a life movement. All right, now we'll switch. So picking up that groceries, moving it up to the shelf. Once again, you're pivoting your feet. Your core is tight. Your butt is tight. We have 5 seconds left. Next one is the upright row. Remember, your elbows are in line with your shoulders. And pulling back. You're imagining your shoulder blades going into your back pockets. You can also imagine a pencil going up and down in between your backbone, in between your shoulder blades. And you're pinching that pencil in between. and I can feel my heart rate up. I love that feeling in my muscles when you're working. Remember, your elbows are still up high. Belly button's tucked in. We have about 15 seconds left of this. Your shoulder blades are coming together. And you're trying not to pull your head forward. Leave your head neutral. All right, bird dog, just with your legs. Hands and knees. If you need to pause while you're getting here, that's fine. This was when your eyes are right here. You're lifting your legs slowly. And then back down. Up slowly, you're alternating legs. And back down. You're pulling your belly button up into your back. Your eyes are looking about right here. Your head is not looking up. You're not looking down at your knees. This is a core exercise, and it's also working on your bottom. So we're going a slow and controlled movement. Remember to keep your hips flat with this, flush with that. You're not turning as you lift. And the last one in this circuit before our break is the flutter kick. So you're flat on your bottom, trying to get your spine, your lower spine, all the way to the ground. This is when you really need to focus on getting your belly button into your backbone. That will help glue your lower back to the ground and prevent injuries. Once again, if you need a break, put your feet down for a second and then resume as soon as you're able. This is the one that you'll really start feeling it in your core. But you got this. We're working through this together. And I believe in you. You are worth it. We have about 10 seconds left. Keep going. You got this. Not much longer. And now is our minute break. Now is the time. You need to hydrate. We have a 1 minute break. So make sure you have your water. Drink your water. Your heart rate will come back down a little bit. That's what you want. We're doing these exercises in a circuit. So each exercise works a slightly different muscle group. That is why we can do this without resting that much in between. So as we move from one exercise to another, different muscle groups get rest. So we have about 25 seconds left of our break. And I'm really glad you're joining us. I look forward to continuing this with you. We have about 10 more seconds and then we'll get started with the marching in place. So waters are down. Oops, another 8 seconds. I goofed. That was our 10-second warning to the 10 seconds. All right, so now marching in place. So once again, trying to get high knees. Our heart rate's going to go back up a little bit. We want that. So if you're going like this, and that's what you can do, do it. We're all working at our 100%. So this is a whole body movement. It's an everyday activity. Well, not marching, but walking. We're getting the blood flowing again, the oxygen into our muscles. And we're going to do the same set of 5 exercises we just did. This will be the second round of our first circuit. So about 5 more seconds, and then we'll move to the lift and reach. The lift and reach. Our feet are pointed in the direction we're starting. So we're waiting, picking up the groceries, moving it. As we move, our feet turn with our hands. So as you're doing this, you'll feel it in your butt as you turn. You should also feel it in your sides as you lift. This is a rotational movement. Other side, so now your feet are pointing the opposite way, lifting and reach. Lift and reach. Your feet are pivoting with your hands, following your hands. Our core is tight, our bottom is tight. The upright row. You're trying to get your 2 shoulder blades to come together, and that's where that pencil is going to be. Elbows are parallel. Don't bring your head forward. Your spine and your head stay neutral. Your core is still tucked in. Your butt is tight. Elbows are still up. And you're pulling back. You're using that big back muscle all the way across your back. Once again, your elbows stay parallel. Your feet could either be together or you could have a staggered stance. We have 3 more seconds. Now back down on the ground for the bird dog, just with our legs. This is the slow and controlled. Your spine is neutral. Remember, not arched, not humped. Eyes about right here. Lifting slowly and back down. You're only lifting as high as you can before your hips start turning out. So some of you can only go this high, do that. Others can go a little higher. Slow and controlled. Tuck that belly button into your spine, working on your core. Your core includes all your abdominals and your back. Slow and controlled, eyes about right here. The next one was the one flat on your back, the flutter kick. Remember, your back, your lower back, is glued against the ground. Your belly button's tucked into your spine, and you're kicking. This is the one where you'll really feel it in your stomach muscles. If you need a break, put your feet down for a second, and as soon as you're able to recover, start again. This one will seem like it's a lot longer than 1 minute. But remember, I'm doing it with you, so we can do this together. Lower back glued against that ground. We got this. After this, we'll have our minute break again and some more water. We have about 8 seconds left on this. All right, you did it. Now, water, recover our heart rate so it slows back down a little bit. And we'll do one more set in about 1 minute and 10 seconds. Now, throughout the day, as you continue on with life, try to remember as you're at the grocery store or walking to work, try to remember to work on your core. Tuck in that belly button to your spine, tighten up all these muscles. That's how we can work on this every day without people knowing what we're doing. Just tucking it in and tightening up. We have about 20 seconds. This is when the pillow comes in handy. We'll work on one more set of this 5, and then we'll reset up for our next set if you're continuing on. So we have about 20 more seconds. That's a 20-second warning. Ten more seconds. Actually, I was wrong. We're starting now. Sorry. Marching in place. I goofed. Miscounted. So, our core's tight. Knees up. Arms are moving. This is a full body right now that we're working on. Getting that heart rate back up. If you are sore tomorrow, remember, drink lots of water. If you're not used to exercising, you might be sore. That's okay. Don't stop. About 10 more seconds. Then we'll move on to the lift and reach. Lift and reach. Your feet are pointed the direction you're starting. Everything's still tight. Picking it up, putting it down. Picking it up, putting it down. Remember, you are twisting. You're feeling it in your hips. You're feeling it in your sides. You're not just going like this. Tightening everything. Switch sides. So we're pointing this direction. Lift and reach. Lift and reach. Your core is tight. Your arms are tight. You're putting in your 100%. We're going from down all the way across our body and up. The upright row again, elbows parallel with your shoulders, stomach pulled in, core is tight, and pull and try to get those shoulder blades together. The movement is a back movement, predominantly. As we're doing all of these though, you are focused on your core and your belly button tucked in, pulled back into your spine as far as you can. And we are excited that we are finally doing something for us. Pulling back, pulling your shoulder blades together, tucking them into your back pocket. Pulling them together and into your pocket. Together, into your pocket. Take some time to get that movement down accurately, but once you figure it out, it's so worth it. All right, hands and knees for the bird dog. Neutral spine. So once again, we're looking about right here. Belly button pulled in, up and down. Up. Make sure your butt is tight and down. Up and down. Up and down. Belly button is pulled in. Your hips remain square. You're not twisting just to try to get your leg higher. So even if you can only extend out your leg like this, you're doing your 100%. This is better than nothing. Once again, your eyes are about right here. Your head is not up. You're not watching your legs. You don't need to watch your legs. You know what your legs are doing. One more time with the flutter kick and we'll be done with that one. Remember, your lower back, try not to arch it, try to glue it to the ground. So it's glued to the ground, you're kicking your legs, your belly button is pulled into your spine. Once again, if you need a rest, put your feet down for a second and then join us as soon as you can. You could cheat, you could put your feet down the whole time, but the only person you're really cheating is yourself. So even though I'm not there watching, you know, you got this. Once again, back glued against the mat. If it's not glued, you're going to end up hurting your lower back, and that's not good. This will work on your abdominal muscles and your back muscles, as well as your legs. We got about 5 seconds left, so you got this. All right, let me stop my timer. That's the end of the free mini workout. For those of you continuing on, this is your water break. I encourage everyone to continue to work out